Dude, you're lying. Stop lying. There's no way that Channing Tatum can act well in 2 movies in a row. Okay, I'll just have to see for myself then. Alright, later. Alright, what do I owe you now? I've never watched an episode of the original 21 Jump Street drama series, which was in the 80s, and it starred Johnny Depp, which was one of his very first roles that made him a huge star to what he is today. However, when you put it into perception, if you adapt it in today's generation, it just wouldn't make that much sense. So I really praise the fact that the filmmakers had the idea, especially Jonah Hill, to make this into a comedy. And boy, did it work. So as I said before, 21 Jump Street is a very loose adaptation of the original 1980s TV series, and it stars Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum as 2 cop best friends who end up getting transferred to the 21 Jump Street division, where they have to disguise themselves as high schoolers to infiltrate this drug that's running through the campus, and they have to stop who the supplier is by getting in with the popular crowds and more. When the trailers went out for this movie, I surprisingly wasn't really that interested in it. Sure, it did look funny in parts, but there was something that just wasn't completely clicking with me. But as usual, I went in with an open mind, and boy, am I thankful for seeing this movie, because this is honestly one of the funniest comedies I have seen in quite a while. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum have terrific chemistry with each other. Their comedic banter between each other is perfect throughout, and especially you can really hint that romantic chemistry that they have throughout the movie, and it completely is net down in the very beginning of the movie, and it never loses its steam throughout the movie's running time. Also, they are backed up by an amazing supporting cast comprised of Ice Cube as their hot-headed captain, Rob Riggle as the gym teacher. There's also Ellie Kemper from The Office as a science teacher, and James Franco's little brother Dave Franco, who's in the movie as one of the popular kids. And they all do a terrific job at holding their own to the comedic bits that they have throughout the movie. But if I had to pick my personal favorites out of the supporting cast, it'd definitely be Ice Cube and Rob Riggle, because they had terrific moments of comedy throughout the movie. The comedy film in this movie is not really what you completely expect from the trailer, from just being a typical Apatow-esque raunch fest, but it really transcends into a very well-executed satire on both the conventions of the buddy cop action comedy and also the gaps between high school cultural generations too, which are perfectly placed throughout the film. And it's been very interesting to see all these animation directors transcend their tactics into the live action category, and Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who previously directed Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, they do a terrific job in transcending into this genre in particular, in which they really give the film a great pacing within the comedy, because it just spits jokes fast to left and right at you, and they really keep a great job at using that pacing throughout the movie, because the experience itself is very fast, and you really can't contain yourselves at how many times you're laughing, because all the jokes are just coming right at you. You just need a breather at some point, and I'm all up for that no matter what. Furthermore, adding on to the pacing for the movie, there's a great score that goes along with it, because it's very reminiscent of these types of movies in particular that the movie is poking fun at for all of their conventions, and it gives the film more of a vibrant pace than it already has to how fast it puts the jokes at you, and it even adds into how well the execution is overall for what this movie's trying to be on a self-aware category, and it just makes the experience just even better than you already thought it could have been. Overall, I had a great time with 21 Jump Street. It was one of the best comedies that I've seen in quite some time, and the perfect stress reliever for all the stress that I've been through for college this week, and I just feel so good right now that I might as well just go see it again if I have the time, and I had such a fun time with it, and I'm gonna give 21 Jump Street an extremely strong 4 out of 5 stars. So I hope you enjoyed my review of 21 Jump Street. I might have a review or two coming this weekend in particular for Jeff Who Lives at Home, and maybe, just maybe, for either Being Flynn or Undefeated. So in the meantime, I'm talking CaliCritic Reviews. It's good to be back because I've been off for a week, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.